Start Your Dungeons is now sponsored by Level Up Games, the largest and best board game, role playing, miniature games, collectible card game, hobby, and nerd store in Georgia. With a wide variety of events and product lines, Level Up Games is sure to have the product for every gamer you know. With three convenient locations in Duluth, Johns Creek, and Athens, there's bound to be a store near you. Plus, they ship anywhere in the U.S. from their online shop at levelupgamesatl.com. Thanks for sponsoring the channel, Level Up Games, and check out their event calendar and online store at the link in the description.
Welcome to Start Your Dungeons. I'm Adam.
I'm Bryce.
And today we're talking about Terror Target Gemini from Need Games, the publisher of one of our favorite games, if not the favorite game.
It's my favorite game. I've admitted it. Fabio Ultima is better than Monster of the Week. Oh! I'm saying it.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
Well, we've got a new entry, and I'm just going to go ahead and say, like, the bonkers artwork alone should draw you into this.
I'm going to say it now. I'm not an OSR player. I'm not. This is my OSR game of choice if I have to pick one.
I don't know, like jumping into the, like the quality stuff. Now, I know some people are already getting ready to say, if they've already seen this book, they probably will say, like, well, Adam hates Mort Borg, and it has kind of that same chaotic aesthetic. Yes, but it's a little cleaner than that.
It is cleaner.
But I like this looks a lot like a lot of the indie comic books that I used to love back in like the 90s and early 2000s.
It has that. I'll say the other two things it draws to me from is Sandland, which is an old school manga that is kind of getting reprinted, and I think there's a new anime for it. But like that Akira Toriyama sort of DBZ style of looking stuff. But yeah, like old school indie comics, Wild West comics, like it's a wild ride.
Yeah, it's a mashup of a lot of different cool things. So the quality, what do you think about the quality of the book? It's
a Need Games book.
Yeah.
It's $30.
Which is wild.
It includes, as always, a free PDF copy. 100% Need Games. I respect the heck out of you. Every single one of their books, when you crack it open and unseal it, always has a free PDF copy.
Yeah.
I think that's amazing. I know there's the whole, what is it called? The brick and... Oh, there's the movement where it's like
brick and mortar.
Yeah, the brick and mortar like PDF thing where it's like if you buy a book, the store can send you like free. Yeah, like I think that's great, but they do it for free anyway.
Yeah.
Like this one is hardcover, which I actually like compared to Fabio Ultima.
Yeah, Fabio Ultima's a paperback or soft cover.
It has soft cover with the slips usually, which is nice. But
yeah, having a hardcover, but it's tiny.
Yeah,
and. So that does cut down on the printing cost, but still, we're going to talk about the content in a second. So how easy is it to get into this game? I mean, we've got kind of this, this kind of mashup of a lot of different genres in this one book. How do you explain this to players?
It's kind of just Morkborg. It's a weird way to explain it, but like it kind of just is. It's target number hitting. 12s and 14s are what you're trying to hit on a D20 system. You have 4 ability scores and you have 4 skills, and basically you tell me I want to do something, and I say cool. You need to use your coordination and your arcana, or I think it might be arcane is what it's called. But like it's literally pick 2 skills. Roll and add your bonuses, and you're done. I mean, that's the character sheet. Yeah. It is so easy to do. I mean, it's a half sheet of paper.
Yeah.
Characters are really quick to build. You pick what's called your bloodline, which is like your race characters. There's a classes in here, but the thing I like is there's 4 archetypes and then each archetype has subclasses, and then each subclass has 3 different feats, starter feats you can choose from.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, we could all play the same class and it'd be different.
I'm just gonna
The art.
point out some of the art, like if any of you are like anime fans.
I mean, it's got Trigun.
It's got Trigun. Right
Yeah.
there. So,
the art for it is so much fun and silly. I do love it.
Your orc.
Yeah.
It's a pig-faced orc.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
If you want to throw back to some old school role playing, in the history of D&D, orcs used to have pig faces. So
got that old school Legend of Zelda game. But it's really simple to character build. It gives you all your equipment. Equipment's really easy to understand. Yeah, I will say this game, you're gonna die pretty quick if you're not careful. But what's nice is, like, the tagline for the book, and I always love it, it's on the back of the book, it says, in the Maju, right? Yeah. Which is the area, like the desert area that everyone lives in, life is shorter than a dynamite fuse. That's just 100% true. Mm-hmm. I've had characters die in a campaign, like a one-shot of this. I've had characters last a couple of episodes. Mm-hmm. Like, it's very fun. It's great for one-shots. It's great for... I don't know. It's just a really good game, and I like how easy it was. So easy to everyone who showed up. I was doing this for a while. As every Monday night, I would show up to our Level Up Games Athens store, and I would run it. And it was come drop in and play. And people would show up and go, "Can I get a pre-gen?" I said, "You're not built." No, I said, "You're gonna build a character." And they were like, "Oh, I don't want to build a character. It's gonna take too long." It took 5 minutes, if that. And these were people who never played role playing games before jumping in. So,
well, see, if I were to try to get a new player to play this, I would explain this to them as this is like anime Mad Max.
That's a good way of putting it. I always tell people, think Wild Wild West with warlocks.
Yeah,
like that's another way to do it.
Yeah.
I think that a lot of the game is, but it feels, and it is an OSR game. Is how it describes itself.
Yeah,
it feels like one. And it definitely has that. There's no overpowered abilities. Like, even the mages, like, the mage ability is like, I can draw an eye with chalk and see through it. Like, that's like trinket stuff. You know what I mean? So,
very cool. So, what about the rule set? What do you like about it? What do you not like about it? You said it's super simple.
I don't hate anything. There's nothing in this game that I think is complicated. I think that it's super easy to pick up and play. Again, it's a D20 hitting target numbers. That's pretty much it. Yeah. It's the same as a Morkborg system where if you do everything is rolled by you, I don't ever attack you, you dodge, that sort of stuff. So it's really fun. And I do like that you can kind of build your character how you want to, because you basically put +3 into your stats and you have 4 stats. So you can do +1 in one and +2 in another, or +1 across 3, or even +3 in a stat if you want. So it has a way of kind of building itself. I really like that. I like the simplicity of it. Weapons are pretty much grouped in. I love this. More games really need to do this. If you have a small weapon, it's a D4. If you have a medium weapon, it's a D6. If you have a large weapon, it's a D. Like, stop making me go, the longsword is a D8, but the battle axe is a D6. Like, just make it easy. Why are we wasting time here?
I mean, there's so many OSR games are just like, it's...
You have a hand weapon.
Yeah, it's a hand weapon, D4. Even simpler if you go back to, like the original rules or, the modern incarnations of White Box. It's a D6. Yeah. Is it a weak weapon? Subtract 1 from that.
Yeah.
Is it a strong weapon? +1 to that.
Yeah, like, why are we making it complicated? I will say, there is something that's weird in this, not bad, but weird in this game, and that's guns. Because the way it does ammo is interesting.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, there's not really, there's not a lot to, I hate to say there's not a lot to it, because there is a lot of fun with it, but the rule set is pretty simple. You can literally, this was Free RPG Day last year. They did Roju, I can't remember how it's spelled, but I did the quick start adventure for that, and I loved it. And so when I was at Gen Con and this was available, I bought it immediately because I was like, oh, it looked really cool. The literally in that, it's a half sheet of paper for the entire rules, and that's all you need.
That's cool.
Like, I love a system like that.
Yeah. So, is this a complete game? Could you use it indefinitely?
Yep, and I did, because I literally, it has rules for running hex-based games, 10 out of 10, really easy to use. There's 2 adventures in here. One of them is a starter adventure where you get on a train and basically everything goes absolutely insane because there's 5 different groups who appear that try to do stuff. And then there's actually, weirdly enough in the back, a small Frozen North hex crawl campaign.
That's really cool.
Which is super easy to do. This is built to be a campaign game if you want it to. So basically the way it works is you have your rank, which is how many stars you have, and you get more stars by having more money. So you got to earn more money and then spend that money to get more improvements, to get more stuff. And like,
sounds perfect.
It's so easy to do. There's nothing in this that I think I don't like. I will say this. I think there is stuff available for this. However, because it's Neat Games, this is an Italian publishing company. I don't even think this is necessarily out in the U.S. besides maybe a PDF right now. I might be wrong on that. Don't quote me, because I know it wasn't available when I picked it up, obviously, at Gen Con, and it's been a little bit.
But it'll come. They're pretty
soon.
good at, like, your patience will be justified.
100%.
It'll be worth the wait.
They put out high quality books. I mean, Neat Games might be my favorite publisher right now for what they're putting out. But there is stuff available for expansions. But again, it's in Italian, so
man, once again, the Italians are just consistently killing it. Just, oh my gosh.
You know what I saw the other day on my bookshelf and I forgot about it? Do you remember that book that was up for best art at the Ennies 2 years ago? The Seven Sinners book that was the Italian
book is
gorgeous,
so good looking.
Oh, such a good
book. So who is this book for? Is this for new players, seasoned players? What do you think?
Anybody and everybody. I don't think anybody who wants to pick up this game and likes the theme, you're going to like this book. I don't think it's hard to GM. I don't think it's hard to learn how to play. I think you can be a new player and really enjoy it. I think you can be a seasoned player and really enjoy it. If you love OSR games, it fits a spot that I personally have not seen really OSR games do. So if you really like the idea of this, pick it up.
It reminds me a lot of the index card role-playing game system.
Which, I still haven't looked at. It's been upstairs for a while. We just haven't played it.
We got to do that one.
Yeah.
That one's good. It's nifty. I've run it with the kids.
Oh, okay.
And it took them like 2 minutes to learn.
Heck yeah.
So, we'll have to review that one too.
Yeah.
I always forget that's just sitting there. So you ran this.
Yep.
Do you want to be a player in it?
I'd do either in a heartbeat. I would legit run. So like I said, I literally just did, if you show up on Monday and there's at least 2 people who show up, we will play. Played it probably 3 or 4 times only, though. It really, I didn't get enough people, unfortunately, just because some scheduling with people I had. But it was a blast, and I loved playing it. I built characters for it, and I've always wanted to kind of just throw them out there. But it's like, again, they're gonna die probably, so like whatever. But I genuinely think like I could hand you this book and you read it and you could probably run it in like an hour later. Like I genuinely think you wouldn't struggle to pick this up.
Very good.
What about you?
I'm interested to play it mainly because anytime there's an OSR game involved, I'm running it.
Yeah.
You know,
that's actually pretty fair, honestly.
I want to play. I never get to play. For any of you forever DMs,
That's it.
Kind of
this man has lived and breathed his Swords of Wizardry DM hat for years.
Yeah, like I never get to play. So are you happy you bought it?
100%. Buy anything Neat Games makes. I genuinely
so far they've got a perfect track record with us.
Yeah.
They haven't done anything wrong.
They've published one other book, and I always forget that they actually have done this, and I apologize to that person because I can't remember the name of it, but it's another like RPG light system or something like that, and like I always go, crud, I forget that you also published this game, but
we're gonna get it.
Yeah, like we're gonna get it. So, but anything they make, like genuinely, I think the other thing too, again, all their books are like $30.
Yeah,
like. Fabula Ultima is a God's gift to this earth of a book, and it's $30.
In these economic times, bad idea, instead of paying, $50 each for 3 rule books, hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, not saying a name of a publisher, you could pick up one of these and start adventuring
Yeah.
today.
And the thing is, too, this comes with hex crawl stuff to build your own
Yeah.
campaigns. That wink, wink, nudge, nudge other system, I'm pretty sure it don't have rules for that.
I mean, not by default.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, if you have any questions about the game, if you have any comments, if you've run it,
Yeah.
if there's any of you who have gotten to play this, just leave a comment down below. We'd love to have some, anyone with expertise in the game to comment. But until next time, take care.
Bye.